What's up, guys? It's Joel Punisher's Paintball. Today we've got media guy Doug, who's currently not present. We're here to do the Virtue Spire 4 versus the Virtue Spire 5. If you guys like this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will see you guys after the intro.
I'm so free.
All right.
I found Doug.
Hey, found Doug. Here he is. Doug, what you got there?
I have a Spire 5.
And I've got the Spire 4, and we're here to talk about the differences between the two. Doug.
Prettier, better colors.
Well, the only thing that's left from the Spire 4 is this here camo. So they did make some changes between the Virtue Spire 4 and the Spire 5. First and foremost, let's talk about price point.
So this is $250, I believe, right?
$250.
Yep.
These are now on sale for $150, but the only color is camo. So, so this is kind of nice on that front. It's $100 cheaper. They used to be $200 when they retailed fully, but for $250 you do get the speed feed, which is nice.
Here's the thing though, the speed feed costs about $50 anyway. So really,
Yeah.
you're just getting it all up front in your one purchase.
Right.
Which cool, that's fine, but
Yep. Not too much different about the shell, Doug. You did touch on the fact that there are different colors with the Spire 5 compared to the Spire 4.
you know what I did behind your back last time I was at the shop too,
What?
like a month and a half ago.
What?
I pulled out the tray of my Spire 3
Yeah.
and was able to successfully fit it in a Spire 5.
Oh,
So
Bob
the
Saget.
trays will all, like the shell, the only difference on the shell is the colors, and the locking mechanism is a little different. But the
Gotcha.
button even still worked too.
Okay.
So
That's
it's still in
interesting.
all the same spot.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say they've been super creative, but we'll get into the technology here in a minute.
Yeah, so that's really the difference.
As far as the shell, Doug, one thing that I'd like to mention is when you turn this on, obviously this doesn't have batteries, but there's a little light here indicator
that too, yeah.
I really like that. And they
I like the
frickin'
light,
took
and now
away.
it doesn't exist anymore. Because now I'm like, how am I gonna know if my battery's low?
Right.
Like I'm just
right.
guessing. at this
So it was
point.
different colors. Like I think it flashed yellow if everything was good, and then like flash blue.
Blue and red were good. Yellow was your battery gun.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. I'm just,
Yeah.
I just must have had a low battery all the time.
Yeah, you did.
But other than that, I think the only thing that you touched on that was the locking mechanism. So I do like the locking mechanism on that a little bit better. So with the Spire 4, you just press here and it pop open. Spire 5, it actually has a locking.
Yeah, it goes down and in, or no, it has to go up and in. I can't. Oh yeah, so if you take this part, pull it down and push it in, I believe that's what'll allow it to open. So
Yep.
should help with breaking open on hard dives. If you suck at diving, nothing's gonna save you, and just stop blaming your equipment. Just get better at diving. But
Agreed.
that's my 2 cents on that.
Yep. So I do like that feature. So like they win on that, but then they took this away, and
Kind of,
washing.
I'm gonna miss the LED. So
you like the colors?
yeah, well, the colors of the loader or the light.
No, the Spire 5.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they popped really nicely.
Yeah.
I think so. They made a very clear effort because one of the colors is like their branded blue, which I actually appreciate. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not even huge on blue, but I think that was just kind of neat.
Yeah.
This white is super crispy. I really like this. I'm trying to think of the other colors that we saw.
as well.
Oh yeah. You could do like a black bottom, white top kind of stuff.
So the way that we're doing them actually is we are doing so the windows and this portion we're doing it like the way that it's going to look a lot better, which is just like accent colors. So like think like Spire 4 had like just this outer edge and then the windows and all that stuff. So that's the way that we're swapping ours. We're due to get our shipment in, our large shipment here in like the next day or two. So we'll be fulfilling back orders, plus we'll have part swaps available for people. So that's really nice. But yeah, I do like, was it 6 colors, I think? 6.
5 or 6. I can't
Black,
remember.
black. They got a gray, which is really nice. So you can part swap either one of those. They've got purple, which is very popular, red, blue, and white. They didn't do a green. But yeah, definitely win on the colors. All right, let's open this up.
That's another thing too. The windows are not really see-through anymore, whereas you could actually see your paint previously. But yeah,
Correct. On certain colors, I think they are. So I think the black, the white isn't, and the blue and the red are mirrored.
okay.
But the black and the gray I think are going to be see-through.
Okay.
So
Let's set the shells aside.
all right, so here's your Spire 4 tray. So real quick on the technology of the Spire 4, you've got this magnetic cone, very similar to the cone on the Spire 5.
Let's see, interchangeable?
Good question.
Yes. Answer is yes.
Yeah.
Seems the
Just making sure that it spins and all that stuff. But yeah, it looks like it will. So on the bottom of it, this is the big difference between the Spire 4 and the Spire 5, is that the Spire 4 has the G-force sensor, which was like a what did he call it? A cup?
Gyroscope?
Gyroscope, yeah. Which
Yep.
I had never heard that before, but G-force sensor, so it goes by vibration on the Spire 4. Spire 5,
We have eyes. But it does still, I thought, had the sensor as well. It's just not in the front anymore.
yeah, I don't know where exactly it is, to be 100%.
Because I could have sworn from talking to him, he made it sound like we have both. Can I see the power button on that?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, so the power button assembly is the same too. Yeah, I believe it's supposed to be on here somewhere, but it is not in the front. Essentially, guys, there are no electronics up front anymore. There's no board up here anymore, just your batteries. And this is still interchangeable with the end charge as well. But that'll help with like if any kind of moisture gets into the front or anything like that, it won't break your board up or anything. But for sure, right here around the actual feeding the raceway, there's eyes right here, just like in the Spire AR. And I believe he said it's got both. So essentially, what they did was they built in a failsafe, because something I noticed with a lot of the Spire 4s is they just stop feeding for some reason, and I don't really know why. They didn't really know why. So really, I'm viewing the Spire 5 as a better locking, more aesthetically pleasing Spire platform with fail-safes built in to keep it feeding.
I like that too. I think that's a really good summary between the Spire 5 and the Spire 4.
Yep.
I think that like the IR2 technology, the IR technology is really, really solid technology.
Yep.
The other thing too is the Spire 5 debatably going to get higher rates of fire with the Spire 5 as compared to the Spire 4, because instead of like with my IR2, I can do 15 balls a second pretty easily with my IR2.
Okay.
Whereas my Spire 4, you had to really crank up the settings, which was kind of a pain in the ass, in all honesty. But the Spire 5, like, you're not going to have those issues. So yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's probably worth the money, because I think that like having that fail-safe system there is really, really nice on the Spire 5. And really, like with the Spire 5, having that eye system, like the IR2 is actually my go-to loader.
Yeah.
As my backup loader. I had a Spire 4. I had a Spire 4. I'm going to upgrade to the Spire 5 once we actually get some that are free. But yeah, I really like the Spire 5. I like the fact that it comes with a free speed feed. And for $50 more at full retail, I would definitely choose that. Now, here's the only other question before we wrap this up. $150 for a new one with the camo, or if you want to buy, would you spend the extra $100?
So realistically, you're going to buy a speed feed for that, so that's going to put you at $200.
Okay.
So for an extra $50, you're getting fail safes, you're getting less likelihood of getting any kind of water damage, you're getting better locking system. I would say it's just worth it, because of the amount of failure that I've seen in the Spire 4, just on teams that I've played on, the amount of, like, it is usually the Spires that end up having a weird software issue that go down. Not the 3. The 3 and all that rendition was completely fine. The IR is fine.
A lot of times it was the sensor, Doug.
Was it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, in reality, you're only looking at an extra $50 for all the fail safes and the guarantee that your hopper is actually going to work. I would spend it.
Fair enough.
I say it's worth it.
I would agree with you. I'm going to say that I would choose the Spire 5 over the Spire 4. Even with considering the price difference, I would still choose that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Doug, you want to hit him with the link?
Good old outro. You know, guys, if you'd like to purchase either of these bad boys, they will be available at the links in the description. I'll try to note very clearly Spire 4 versus Spire 5. But
still have these too.
We appreciate you guys watching. We really do. Please help us buy out the rest of the Spire 4s that we have. If you want your new Spire 5, we're getting the shipment tomorrow. And subscribe to the channel. We know when you guys aren't subscribing. Drop a like, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys soon.
I'm so free.